Welcome to Maryland.
So we finally ventured way up north, about 3 hours from home. Over the next few weeks, we are going to be exploring the eastern peninsulas of Maryland.
A lot of the stuff is going to be on the St. Mary's Peninsula, but we are going to hit some of the smaller, weird little finger things that kind of jet out into the water. That's where we're going. We're hoping to see some incredible coastal views, maybe eat some crab. I think they have that here. Maybe get a taste of Old Bay. Maybe. Kind of a big deal to these people.
It's popular here.
Yeah, we're excited. We've never spent much time at all in Maryland, despite living so close. So we're excited to see what this beautiful state has to offer. So to start off our time in Maryland, we figured we'd visit a lighthouse because it doesn't really get more coastal Maryland-y than to visit a lighthouse. So this is the Piney Point lighthouse. It's one of the shorter lighthouses. Candace did the research on this one. I had not even seen a picture of this place, and we pulled up and I said, huh.
Yeah, I knew it was short, but it's a little more
petite.
A little more squatty than we were thinking.
Yeah, as soon as we walked up, we saw, oh, it reminds us of Bug Light in Portland, which is like a little tiny light station. But this has been a lighthouse since 1836. Now it actually was decommissioned in 1964, and it is no longer an active lighthouse. It is just a museum, but still a nice looking lighthouse.
So Piney Point Lighthouse is located on the Potomac River, right at the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay.
Which is pretty Maryland-y. Again, Chesapeake Bay, Potomac River, lighthouse. If there was a crab right there, I think we could just check off the list and go home. As I did mention, there is a museum here, so I think we're going to walk around and explore the outside because it's hot, but it's nice.
The sun is kind of behind the clouds at the moment, so it doesn't feel too bad.
Yeah, so we're going to take advantage of the nice weather and just see what this little park has to offer. And then we're going to go one at a time into the museum because they don't recognize Riley as an American citizen, so she's not welcome, which I understand.
Poor Riley.
Yeah, the museum is only $10 a person, which is pretty reasonable, but it is free to walk on the grounds here and explore the lighthouse area. The museum only ended up being $7 instead of $10, which was a nice surprise. It was laid out over 2 floors, the lower floor focusing on the history of the area as well as the lighthouse, while the upstairs area had information about the decades of use this beach has gotten, as well as a small interactive children's play area. The museum also had a fully intact Fresnel lens, which is considered one of the best lighthouse lenses available. It was really interesting to be able to see up close the different angles of glass that help the light beam shine for miles. They also had a very large display of the German U-boat U-1105, also known as the Black Panther, which was used during World War II from 1944 until its surrender to Allied troops in 1945. The Black Panther was one of 9 submarines that was outfitted with experimental synthetic rubber skin designed to counter Allied sonar devices. The captured U-boat was used for munitions testing and is actually sunk just offshore of this location, where it is still used as a scuba diving site. Upstairs, the museum focused on the more family-friendly history of the area, including old bathing suits and notes from home from sailors who missed their loved ones from this area. in addition to the Lighthouse Museum, your admission ticket also gets you into their Maritime Museum, which is just 2 or 3 parking lots away. And they've got some really nice full-size ships on display, and they kind of break down the things that some of the different fishermen and women, fisher people of the Chesapeake Bay area used to do, whether they were fishing, crabbing, eeling, or clamming. And I've only heard a couple of those. Both of the museums are pretty small, but it was $7 per person, and if you're in the area, you might as well take advantage of it and learn some of the history. It was definitely fascinating to learn about the U-boat that is sunk just offshore from the lighthouse. Yeah, if you're ever in the area, I'd say come check it out.
Alright, well we have left Piney Point and Lighthouse, and we've driven about 20 minutes away to get some Maryland seafood. Can you guess what it is? Who knows?
Fresh whale.
We've come to Captain Pat's Seafood Restaurant, which got really good reviews online, so that is why we decided to come here.
Mm-hmm.
They also have some affordable lunch specials,
Which is right up our alley.
So I did not get seafood, but I plan to try a bite of Andrew's. I just got a little chicken strip basket, so nothing exciting there. Probably won't eat that on camera. But
No. But what I got is a little bit more exciting. Are you so excited you can't stop licking me? So I'm having my very first soft shell crab.
she said it smells good.
Yeah, it smells really good. If you're not familiar with a soft shell crab, like once a year for a couple months, the shell of the crab gets super soft after like molting or something, and they just fry the whole crab. So usually you like crack the crab open and eat. No. This thing you just eat the whole crab, shell and all. Very excited. Turns out, when you enter the state of Maryland, they hand you a container of Old Bay, and you legally have to have this on you the entire time you're in the state, and we didn't know that. So we have
We had no idea.
and we're going to put it in the camera shot as many times as we can, just as, I guess, legal proof to make sure.
Now we do want to say we have another spot for Riley's Maryland French fry.
Yeah.
So while she may potentially get a fry here, this is not going to be her Maryland State French fry.
And while online says that dogs can have crabs and that they love crabs, she has never had seafood, and we figured let's not introduce a new potential allergy to her while we're so far from home. All right, I'm excited. I think I'm just gonna dive in and
She's watching you so intently.
just take a big bite. I'm gonna go with the claw first. Why don't you have your claw, baby? It's okay.
Oh, it is really good.
I mean, it just tastes like regular crab meat. Your brain is very aware that you were eating a whole crab, which is odd. But yeah, no, that's good. But the fries are good too. Hey, you want to practice? That doesn't count. That's just for practice. Wow, yeah, that's really good. Are you going to eat your chicken on camera or no?
Nah, it's not very exciting.
It is an absolutely gorgeous day. The sun is behind the clouds. We're right on the water. There's an incredible breeze. So I think we're just going to sit here and eat our crab and chicken with our Old Bay in frame for legality purposes.
And we did want to mention we got some tartar sauce, but it's not world famous, unfortunately.
Yeah.
If you watched our Idaho videos, you know what that means. But hopefully it lives up a little bit to the hype.
I'm sure it will. You ready to try to eat some crabs? See y'all after this. So as you can see, we have finished our seafood and chicken tenders from Captain Pat's
Don't make fun of my
seafood
chicken tenders.
restaurant. It's not called the chicken tender. Now, Candace's gonna have whatever she wants, whenever she wants
I
it.
did try the crab.
And she tried it, which is kind of always my thing. I just like for people to try new things.
I like the flavor. I did not love the texture. It's my fave.
I would say the same, to be honest. And yeah, don't come after us.
Hushpuppies were great.
Killer hush puppies, which I gotta be honest, that's a big point.
So after we left Captain Pat's, we drove about half an hour to Point Lookout State Park, which was rated as one of like the top things to do in the area that we're staying in. Unfortunately, we didn't have the best experience.
It wasn't a bad experience.
No, but we thought it was either $5 or $7 per car to get into the state park. And then when we showed up and pulled up to the thing to pay, it was actually $7 per person.
$5 per person. Oh my God. $7 for out-of-state people.
Per person?
Yes.
So $14 to get into a state park is kind of steep in my opinion.
And then we found out that it's per car Monday through Friday. They only charge per person on the weekend, which, like, I get it. Make your money, but come on, that's a little bit much, but that's okay.
Speaking of weekend, we also forgot that it was a Saturday afternoon, a nice Saturday afternoon, so it was packed.
Yeah, we don't really think about like Monday through Friday activities. We just kind of do stuff when we can, and holy cow, did we forget that people likes to do stuff on the weekend.
Like every parking spot basically taken.
Yeah, there's like a couple of parking spots at their little grocery store that they have in the state park, which if you would have parked there and walked anywhere, I couldn't. Yeah, it would be super far.
It looked like a great spot for fishing. We saw probably like 200 people fishing off the sides of the road and at the beach there.
Yeah, like the big reels with the long, like really massive looking fishing stuff.
So if you're into fishing.
Although I didn't see anyone catch a fish.
That's true. I did not actually see anyone reeling anything in.
So it's great for casting. Catching to be determined.
It's also not, like it is dog friendly, but not really. They're only allowed in like very select areas. There is a beach that we passed that did allow dogs, but like I said, it was incredibly busy, so we didn't really feel like getting out and taking Riley on a walk there. Sometimes she's a little skittish around lots of people and other dogs.
We don't go to dog parks, so we definitely wouldn't go to a dog beach, but that's cool that they had one.
Yeah, we just didn't get the best vibes from the place, to be honest. I don't know if it was just because there were so many people there, but it was kind of like trashy almost. Like there was
like physically
just kind of stuff all over
the
place. I don't know. It wasn't like the pretty picturesque image I had in my mind from looking at photos online.
And it's got some great history. Well, not great history. It's got some history. At one point in time, it was like the governor's son decided that this is going to be my manor, and just like took the peninsula for his own home. And then at one point in time during the Civil War, there was a prison, like a war prison there, that was holding 50,000 Confederate soldiers at the Civil War, not today.
They're still here to this day.
And that was also under construction. So it was just, it didn't really link up for what we were hoping for.
So we may try to go back. I'm not sure if we'll have time while we're here or not, maybe on a weekday. So it's a little cheaper and less busy. But anyway, so we left there after spending only like 45 minutes driving around the little loop-de-loop, and went to a grocery store, got some stuff for dinner and breakfast tomorrow. We have checked into our Airbnb, as you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So far, we're really loving the Airbnb. We're right on the St. Mary's River, like literally our little tiny house is almost like in the river. That's how close we are.
Yeah, like if it floods, I gotta get my waders on. That's right there.
We're not going to show the Airbnb off in this video, but
Nope.
we definitely will in another video. We also have use of a kayak here, so you might even go like kayaking on the river. But we'll show that in a different video.
But to be honest, we have been up since like 5 a.m. Because Candace had to work early, and I just am a glutton for punishment, so I just got up as well. We're very tired, and we're kind of going downhill quickly. So
Hope you enjoyed the short video.
Yeah, I think I'm done. You got anything to say to these people?
I think so. I'm ready to eat dinner and go to bed.
Yep, take a shower, go to bed. So as always, we'll see y'all somewhere.
Thanks for watching Riley Roams. Click subscribe to keep up with all of our latest travels, and don't forget to click that like button too.